All right, so if you tuning in, then you already know this week we've been working on the word persevere. And so basically I want to just tap in on the statement for this week that's going to kind of come as I talk and kind of go through things and everything. So if I think back over the last 2 years, something that I could express that I had to persevere or push through or just a very trying time. I think back, it was like July. It was like 2 weeks before my birthday. Long story short, I was in my apartment. Situation kind of fell apart. Ended up on my mom's apartment or back at my family's house. I was able to, stay at their crib on the couch for a time, and then I ended up in my car. Well, technically my homie let me crash in his car in his driveway because he had a bigger car and I couldn't really stay in the crib. Like, it just wasn't really that kind of set up. So like I said, I'm in that situation. Just think about all that, in terms of just transitions, but think about just everything that will be around that situation. And I don't want to go into detail in this video, but I'm gonna definitely express that at some point, probably in the film. Like, I'll express it in the film. But like I said, in that moment, I would say I persevered and I pushed through by keeping some sort of faith. By keeping faith, and I didn't say some sort of faith, but by keeping faith. And I say that because I remember I was reading that book, Think and Grow Rich. I think it's by Napoleon Hill. I still ain't finished the book. I gotta go back. But nevertheless, just me going back and just reading a book like that, like that's something, a plethora of just entrepreneurs, millionaires, just positive thinkers, just forward moving individuals reading that book, multiple times. And so I just commend myself for, like I said, I was just reading and trying to soak up some, like still trying to be positive, optimistic. Like I'm extremely optimistic, even if I don't see a path or a journey, which I mean, and most times you won't, but I'll be feeling like extremely optimistic from the jump. Like once I see the vision or have the idea. And then from there, it's just a matter of maintaining and continuing to believe in that idea. That's where I have to get stronger. And but in this moment, me reflecting on the strength or persevering or pushing through, like I said, I'm reading that book. I remember like I was going to the library and I actually ironed my clothes in the library. Like I had, you can just be sneaky with it. Like, yes, to be in the middle of the library, not middle of the library, but just kind of off to the side in the library, ironing my clothes. And I never forget, I had looked up, I'm pretty sure, like I'm like no cap, like I had looked up and seen Oscar Micheaux, his book. And Oscar Micheaux is a filmmaker. He's noted as the first black filmmaker. He from Chicago. He actually came here to Roanoke and he filmed 2 of his films, if not 3, 2 or 3 of his films here in Roanoke. He stayed at the I gotta remember the name of the Dumas Hotel. Is it the Dumas Center? The Dumas Hotel. Stayed at that hotel. He was good friends with Oliver Hill. And so like for me, like I said, I'm in a moment where my company, like I don't have that, like I don't have, my business isn't growing and thriving financially. Like I'm working at Panera and Roanoke College, restaurant jobs. I'm like thousands of dollars in debt. And like I said, I look up to see that book and just start reading his book. And like, I'm not an avid reader. So again, I didn't finish the book, but I'm gonna go back and get that book. Like I love to have books, and there's still a lot of value that I do find in the books that come to me and that I do make it through. So like I said, but still, just so having those 2 things, like I said, just reading the Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, picking up Oscar Micheaux's book, and just having that kind of resonate. Like I feel like the universe gave that to me in the moment just to tell me to keep pushing, because I'm still thinking of ideas, still trying to have a vision in regards to my film career, whether I knew it or not. Just like still envisioning things, still having ideas and thoughts and writing them down. Like that part of perseverance, or that part about pushing through, and that's where the statement comes through. I think perseverance is pushing through. As a statement, perseverance is pushing through. Like I think perseverance as a definition, like it's dope. It's kind of long-winded to say that. I'm gonna see if I can remember it. To say that is to continue on with task or action, no matter how difficult or with little to no prospect for success. And so basically I was in a situation where I had little to no prospect for success. I was still pushing through and still persevering in terms of continuing on with, like, I'm still going towards what I'm envisioning. I'm not stopping and saying, all right, let me go back to school. Let me, let me go ahead and go to trade school to get, this job, or let me stop and become a real estate agent. Let me, do it. Like, nah, it's like I've been through ups and downs, and that's all life is just a series of ups and downs. And so, like, I'm going through that, and through it all, like, I'm having to use different mechanisms to keep myself afloat. But while doing so, like I said, I'm still continuing on with the vision, and it's still been growing and molding and shaping. And I think that's where I am in my journey. Like, I'm pushing through, and in pushing through, like, damn, like this time last year, I was seeing stuff, but I wasn't seeing stuff how I'm seeing stuff now. Like, I haven't, to have a vision, like to be able to, like, really, like, literally close your eyes and see yourself in tomorrow. Like, I have been working towards that. Like, I can envision a plethora of things, but to actually have a vision of self that you can work for and aim towards, like, that's where I am in this moment. And like I said, I think I got to this moment through persevering and pushing through. And I think what's going to help me get to that moment in which I can manifest myself and bring my self vision into fruition would be for me to, again, persevere and push through. Like in the last video, I was just talking about everything I'm dealing with and going through. I think this time around, like, mentally, it's a lot, just harder. Just with how far I think depression and anxiety and just the bipolar, how much it's progressed, because certain things only get worse. And so at first it was like finances and financially, but now I'm good in the sense of, like, I can make investments and, try to work myself up. But mentally, it's like I want to get back into that, just that tunnel vision, without being in survival mode. So right now I'm trying to learn how to be in tunnel vision, but without being in survival mode. Because survival mode forces you to see just what you need to, you're just trying to breathe. That's all you focusing on. But you got to learn to do that without being in a position. So at some point I'm going to come back and I'm going to touch on that, but I'm going to keep growing on it for now and keep learning and, just getting better at it. So again, the statement for today, to persevere is to push through. And so, I thank you for tuning in. If you're going through something, of course, just reflect back on this video, just push through, persevere, get through it. And just, I think what'll help is just having that vision, or having a thought, an idea, a want, or something on the other end of that hard moment. I think that'll keep you afloat. That's what kept me afloat, and that's what's keeping me afloat. I think that's what's saving my life right now as we speak. I hope that's, something that you find true and take heed of. And if not, it'll find you when it finds you. But either way, if you had made it to this point, I appreciate you for watching. Make sure you tune in, like, share, subscribe. We're going to keep growing, keep flowing. And that's a bet.